You can't ignore the fact that the pace of change and life has far outstripped our biological ability to adapt.
It's like either a lot of drinking or eating really bad food or eating really unwell is really easy to do because food is something that we need and we abuse ourselves with it.
You just bury things too often.
Our biology is screwed up, man. It has not been able to adapt.
Probably being guilty quite often of not looking after me as much as I should, but rather too busy worrying about everybody else and looking after everybody else.
Technology is going to amplify a very broken vessel.
You just keep pedaling hard like that little mouse on the treadmill.
Most of our clients who come into our intensive programs, they're all dealing with a lot of stuff. They've had a bunch of accumulated traumas in their life that have really left a footprint on their body.
It was sort of a creeping unwellness that caught up with me. I found myself at a stage where my body was really stiff. I was quite surprised that I got to that state.
There's so many people out there who are going around and they either suppress all those feelings and emotions and don't know what to do with themselves or how to process it. I think going to a bit of talking therapy for a month or 2 months is going to help them process when...
It really does come down to that individual and that individual state. And I think that's the big mistake a lot of people can tend to make when they're just, regardless of how I'm feeling, I'm just going to go get that stuff done. I'm going to push through. And that can often cause a lot of problems.
Yeah, and then we end up with a series of kind of medical issues and we go to doctors to try and get those fixed. And
then you get back in the same habits, evolve, and you go push yourself again until you break again.
That must mean I've lost sight of me and what's good for me, and I have actually hit that moment of burnout. And I need to do something about that because no job's worth dying for.
And it really put everything that we're doing here to the test. I mean, if I don't live this on a daily basis, if I don't make it part of my daily routine and live the talk, then my clients shouldn't.
That's something I've gained is just awareness of how I am around people and
helping our clients build that level of awareness, bring them back to that intuition.
The psychological wellness, the physical wellness, the dietary understanding, the DNA assessment was something that was pretty amazing. I thought I was in bed for the required amount of hours, but what I found out was I wasn't actually being rested.
Just because a certain training paradigm has worked for you at a point in time doesn't mean that that's the thing you should do all the time.
You come in and you do the exercises by yourself or you process some stuff by yourself and then you can sort of bounce back and forth from the support network without having to be lenient on it, which is so important.
There's no one silver bullet, and we really preach that.
I'm really grateful that I'm in a place where I'm learning how to heal that and balance myself out.
You want to enjoy the fruits of your labour in years to come when you finally retire.
I've got that really good foundation for myself now and that core of me.
Because there's got to be a new way of living in this 21st century and beyond.
It's the payoff stage of your life, and you want to be in good shape for that.
I'm the biggest culprit of pushing themselves to their limits, and I think if I wasn't doing this myself, man, I would have burnt out a long time ago.